Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SpeedGaming 2. Today we are going to be entertained by the Link to the Past Randomizer Spring Tournament 2022, Qualifier number 5. And today we are featuring the runners Illus and Rayvis. I am KillerF23. Helping me commentate today is buddy Ben Creighton. Good afternoon, Ben.
Good afternoon to you East Coasters, probably evening if you're in Europe, and still technically morning over here on the West Coast. We got a tourney match. We got a qualifier.
Not just any qualifier. This one's a whopper. We got 147 entrants today. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's weird the things that happen when you schedule these things on a Saturday during a convenient time for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely Randomizer alive and well. And we'll be starting pretty soon.
And if you're new to this whole setup, this is, of course, Link to the Past Randomizer. It's Link to the Past. All the items are shuffled. The 2022 main tournament, qualifier number 5, playing Open 7-7 with a customized hard item pool.
Yeah, max 14 hearts, max tempered sword, max blue mail. No half magic and only 2 bottles, I believe. So everything else is your standard racing format. Our feature runner here, Rayvis, was one of the winners of the qualifiers, the very first one. He had a sub 1 hour time on that seed, which was pretty amazing.
That's a crazy time, almost no matter what your settings.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to our tracker today, Demon's Druid, as well. And we are underway. As we start out with a map in back of Sanctuary.
Yep, we've got dueling Sank starts. A little map check there. That looked like a pendant up on Hera and a red crystal on Eastern. I believe Desert was just a regular blue crystal.
Yeah, Desert was, I think, Crystal 7. So, identical routes here, as you can see. Well, for first tree pulls, only hearts, so they'll be looking for money or bombs here, so they can get all the items out of their visit to Kakariko. Oh, and the bush crabs being helpful today, dishing out bombs.
Yep, that'll make life nice and easy. That was a piece of heart there in the mushroom spot. Both of our runners opting to skip that. In this particular version of the customized heart item pool, most of the heart containers have been removed from the pool. So those pieces of heart are a little more valuable than usual, but not enough to be worth going out of their way for either of our 2 featured runners.
Like they will both be heading down south to Kakariko.
Yep, always nice to have an early game where bombs are just not going to be a problem. Grabbing 3 more of them from the Lost Woods Thieves hideout. Let's see what Blind has in his hideout. A mirror.
Nice early item for routing-wise, especially when you first hit the Dark World.
Yeah, always nice to get that mirror before that point. Also, potentially opening up Hera if we get mountain access, but that's a ways away yet with not too much else in Blind's hideout.
5 more items here in the well.
Ooh, and there's our first glove.
Yeah, nice early glove. Open mode will be using that glove to get to the back of escape fairly quickly. Which is 3 more items, which is nice. And also a red boomerang for stunning purposes.
Yes, indeed. And our first little bit of divergence, Rayvis is doubling back to go ahead and farm money from Blind's hideout. He wants to pay a visit to the turban merchant, I would assume.
Yep, yeah. It's only 1 dip in here for 30 rupees. And we got a moon pearl in the chicken hut.
Yep, so only 1 item left before we hit our Dark World access, either that second glove or the hammer.
Ooh, good decision by Rayvis. He went, got that money for the ice rod. But, nice to get that away out of the way early, especially if Turtle Rock is a crystal.
Yes, indeed. Of course, with the mirror in tow, that'll be easy enough to get back to later. You're almost certain to find yourself back in the village one way or another.
Yeah. Let's see what the race game has. Oh wow, a bottle. Well, Illus had a thought about it to go get it, because that would open up a Sick Kid, but decides to wait for right now. Make it easier time, so you don't have to spend all the time getting it and going to check Sick Kid.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what Rayvis opts to do. It's once again those village checks, easy enough to get back to, but when you're talking about, I guess that would be Sphere 1. Those aren't necessarily the checks you want to orphan. And yep, it looks like Rayvis is in fact going to go for it, as Illus pulls a sword from the back of Escape.
Especially this mode, early swords are very nice to have, because you're going to find not much health early on. You get Quake out of Link's house. Well, let's give our first look at South Shore here, starting at the dam. Ooh, flute.
Ooh, that's a nice
actually
find.
Very nice find for Illus, because now Illus can pick up that bottle when they go to activate the flute.
Yep, and will almost certainly be at 100 rupees and can buy his ice rod as well.
Mm-hmm. Although decides to skip the 20 bucks there.
And just a piece of heart for Sick Kid, so Rayvis getting a little punished for being thorough there.
Gotta be careful here with the mini Moldorms. Can't take any hits from them. Oh. Tries to go with the safe bomb strats here. Just gotta hope they hit.
Yep,
a little bit trolly here.
Cooperating.
Oh. Always the worst feeling.
Yep, and with only 2 bombs left, Illus has decided to cut their losses and take out that last one with the sword.
Right. Money in Health Cave.
Yep, Illus taking the save and quit out. Makes sense. Got that flute, so easy enough to return for Ice Rod Cave or a fake flipper play. Should that seem wise at the time.
Yeah. No boots. Getting that flute activated early saves you a lot of travel time.
And it looks like Illus is going to go ahead and grab that bottle so he can route Sick Kid in with this trip back to CAC.
With that flute, that does open up Tower of Hera now to our runners.
Yep, of course, a pendant Tower of Hera might not seem like the most attractive play at the moment. You'll get your old man out of logic. You'll get your potentially both items in Spec Rock, so it's time consuming, but it is a lot of items. Your other strong option here would be Sorcerer's Closet into potentially an Eastern Dip if that doesn't turn something up.
Yep. Getting close to Zora money too, which is in logic with the glove we have.
And our runners reconverge for a simultaneous duck call. This is the point where routing gets a little less rough, and our runners will have a few more options. We'll see where they take their respective flying friends here. And it looks like they've both got the same idea. Let's take a look at the inside of Ice Rod Cave and see what it holds for us.
His shot there on the bomb, so I have to use another one.
Yep, was in an awkward spot with the crabs. Just a piece of heart in Ice Rod Cave, and both of our runners opting to save and quit rather than continue with a fake flipper play. Looks like Rayvis, and indeed Illus as well, heading up into the front of Escape.
Yeah, with a weapon, this is now a good play to get through, and also having that getting that map early from the sanctuary. You're more likely to go do front of Escape because there's more items in the front.
Yep, and that weapon being a sword may come in handy because with that map already accounted for, you're hoping the key's in Dark Cross so you can just skip it, but you don't want to bank on that.
Yeah, and even so, the sword is nice to have doing the dark rooms.
Exactly, and knocking it out early before you accrue too many hearts will make it easier to death warp out of Zelda's cell if that looks like the play.
Mm-hmm.
After that relatively loaded Kakariko village, I was hoping for some just super early Dark World access, but my hopes are sinking, just like the stream. Oh, and Dissimulate in chat, rightly pointing out, Death Warp, what's that? We have Mirror. Duh. Thanks, chat.
Guards dropping rupees, so Rayvis most likely to try to kill a couple here. He's close to 500. This is your standard open mode, Kip.
Or rather, this is open mode, not standard. We are using a customized tournament hard item pool with some slightly altered health progression, no armor upgrades. Swords will max out at tempered.
I believe we didn't get a key there, so it is in the Dark Cross. Like, Illus is gonna go ahead and do Sahachula's hut here. And Rayvis is doing a setup to get to the Houlihan room, where he can get 225 rupees.
Yeah, it feels a little bad to do it when you're so close, but it'll also set him up to have pod money plus some extras for potions if he feels like it later on.
Yeah. Yeah, never a bad decision doing it early.
Not much in Sage's closet.
Good setup here for the fake flipper. Look here at floating, or Lake Hylia Island was 300 rupees, so not most likely won't have to get that. Icerod was at the bottle vendor. Does Hobo have for us today? He's got some fetch quest. Nice. Illus heads up here to Death Mountain.
Rayvis gonna show us the inside of Fairy Fountain and potentially also check that bottle in to see what the freebie is today.
Ooh, sequence broken fire rod there. Really nice.
Yep, and a free red goo, nothing to sneeze at when you're sitting at 5 hearts and know you're never gonna find a mail upgrade.
Yep. Nothing working out there in Spectacle Rocks. So Illus will go ahead and dip Tower of Hera.
And it will not be firelocked today with the big key in the first basement room.
Here's the in-logic check for Rayvis. What does Zora have? And just another day of life lessons. So it looks like our progression's probably going to be here in Hera or in Eastern.
Yep, we haven't seen a Gina yet. That would be the other place that it could be hiding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be out of logic right here in the potion shop. You never know.
I wouldn't be surprised if flippers show up here in Hera or something. And it's just 20 bucks. Rayvis gonna go ahead and keep the money. Had the option too of save scumming them, the mushroom for sequence breaking powder if he wanted to later on in the siege. Go ahead and go to Eastern.
That was one of our few heart containers there in the big chest of Hera. Not really what you want to find when you've spent the time on this mountain climb.
Mm-hmm. Misery Meyer is our green pendant today. So, make the runners a little uneasy with the early flute, which will give us Meyer access once we get mitts. Meyer area.
Yeah, at that point you're hoping that Meyer's locked by a medallion that you don't have so that you don't have to worry about it.
Right. As we get vanilla fighter sword Moldorm here.
Yep,
Which is always a
Moldorm
fun time.
Yep, being a little uncooperative, hiding in that corner where it's dangerous to approach him. He's angry now.
Oh. Good play there. Illus takes Moldorm down. And nothing to show for it, just another piece of heart.
Yep, so that's Eastern Regina for our progression at this point, but
Yep.
Rayvis has also opted for the mountain climb, so he's not going to save any time over Illus.
Illus gonna go ahead and go inside Spectral Baroque and get that 300 rupees, so they don't have to do the Houlihan strats. Yeah, either Agena or Eastern Palace is our progression.
And that's a Dark World map check.
Our other pendant was an Ice Palace. I didn't see where the 5-6 crystal was.
I missed it too. Chat's making it sound like it was in Swamp Palace. We'll see if our tracker can confirm that.
Illus picks up their Fire Rod and soon to pick up their life lessons from Zora. Although losing their Water Walk states, we'll have to take the long way around to Zora. Yeah, I brought it up right before they started. Insane 58-minute time on the first qualifier there for Rayvis. I only have sub-hour scenes. Haven't seen enough for more than one hand, which is pretty wild. Looks like Illus will be the first to Eastern here.
Yep, this is the density check. Personally, I'm not opposed when you have the flute to make it that little bit quicker. Not opposed to a quick Agena check just to hedge your bets over this, but very, very valid play either way. And ooh, Rayvis taking a bad fall through the center of the tower.
We've all been there before.
$20 is our first pull out of Eastern. Up to 2 checks left, potentially only 1.
And there's our Dark World access. Oh, the early mitts again. Just like last night. Trolley Seed.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Illus opting to mirror out with only one item left and potentially not available if it's on boss, or potentially out of logic if it's lamp locked. That does make Desert fully clearable. That Fire Rod was flip-locked, so not entirely in logic yet.
Oh boy, the Quake for Meyer.
Yup.
Who would have guessed that?
Now, there are runners who will tell you it takes so much... Ooh, Master Sword there in Mire Shed. Who will tell you the entrance requirements to Mire are such that if you have the means to get in there, you do it. I don't know. How do you feel about that decision when you have so much of the Dark World still unchecked?
Yeah, I'd wait at least until, if you have crystal dungeons available, I'd at least clear the crystal before taking a dip in a Mire, because it's so quick to get back to the dungeon. Yeah, I'm not opposed to dipping Mire myself.
Yep, and as chat rightly points out, that's a bit of a hypothetical, since sure, you can go into Mire. You're not going to do much once you get in there without the boots or hookshot.
Yeah, which was the case last night.
But having that little bit of knowledge certainly does help if you do find that boots and or hookshot, say, in Hype Cave, or in Skull Woods would be an obvious next destination. You've got that Fire Rod. That might be telling you something.
Well, we don't know yet, because that Fire Rod was out of logic. So we know flippers cannot be on the boss.
Yeah, that's true. Still, one or both checks in Skull Woods could still be in logic, and you're likely at least doing the Dark Village area while you're there.
Right.
Rayvis also opting to peace out after finding that Titan's Mitt. He's going to be following in Illus' footsteps for at least a little bit, as Illus heads into his Lanmo fight.
Unfortunately missed a shot there, so I'll have to have at least a second cycle. Nicely done. No progression here in Desert, but it is a crystal and it's out of life.
Let's take a look inside Checkerboard Cave here.
More cash. And our last Sphere 1 check here. Refill on bombs.
Yep, desert area, not giving us anything beyond the crystal. Let's see where Illus heads next. Yep, it looks like the lure of Skull Woods is going to be drawing Illus right now. A, B, C, D, and all that. Always be clear in crystal dungeons.
Yeah. Especially when you have a mirror, just go ahead and do Skull Woods, because you'll be clearing out all your other checks along the way. Also, I like doing this strat when you first get into a Dark World, going straight to the boss. That way you can route back out and down to Village of Outcasts to do next.
Absolutely, and that's a lamp there in the button chest.
So it might be a quick Skull Woods if Mothula has the second item. Sword Beam's not helping Illus there. Trying to kill the Gibdo. He gets through the room unscathed. And we are off to Mothula. For spin slashes, which would be 4 spin slashes, I believe, with the Master Sword.
Yep, doing tempered damage or 8 slashes or some combination with fire rod shots, and sure enough, the moth goes down.
Yeah,
just a map.
Very nice fight. Nice and quick. I know if you get down to a couple of hearts, it can be pretty panicking with everything going on the floor.
Yep, of course, in these qualifier races, you're... Ooh, nuts. Rayvis gets grabbed by the Wallmaster. But yeah, in these large field qualifier races, your time matters. It's just not just a matter of winning or not. So it can pay to be a little conservative, a little safe, because nothing loses more time than a death.
I think that was the big key Illus picked up.
Rayvis heading into the back for his own moth fight, as Illus is gonna show us the front of Skullwood. Still one item to find here. And hey, that's it! It's the Ether Medallion.
Yeah, didn't have to dig too much there in Skullwood, which is nice.
Illus is going to head straight down into the Dark Village area. 3 checks here, and then Thieves Town's right there.
Most likely we'll check the first 4 checks at least. Then I'll have to make a decision. Do you want to gamble possibly having an item in a hammerlock chest in the back of Thieves Town?
Yep, with Titan's Mitts and Mirror in tow, I wouldn't hate the play to head down to Dig Game and do the first little bit of the Smith chain just on the off chance you can find that hammer before heading into Thieves Town, but we'll see how Illus plays it. He does find the cape in C-shaped house. Yeah,
and I don't think they've checked Bumper Ledge, which that opens up right next to Village Outcast.
Yep, and once you're up there, you've got the mirror. Graveyard ledge is right there, and that's not a spot you want to orphan harder than you can help.
Yeah, with mitts, it's not too bad of a check. If you did have mitts, it'd be pretty slog walk to go up and around, get that check. We'll just have to see what Illus decides to do.
Yep, but for now, he's heading into the front of Thieves Town, just a piece of heart in the first chest. Two Thieves Town checks down and 2 pieces of heart found for a nice little top-off on the health. That's one of the other fun things about this particular item pool. With all those pieces of heart, you can hope for that emergency fill-up more often than not.
It's the first dungeon item, the map, which could make it an easier decision to leave right now and come back, but Illus decides to go ahead and do the rest of Thieves Town.
Yep, 2 items in the back, one of them potentially hammerlocked, but we haven't seen that small key yet. If you see that small key in the front, that's when you really start to wonder, do I want to finish this out or maybe come back later?
Yeah, if the hammer flippers are in Eastern Dark World, then logically Aghanim will be required this seed. But you can bypass it with either Kern Jump, or if they get the boots, you can Water Walk.
Yep, and Rayvis giving us our first look at Bumper Ledge, just the bloomerang there, so nothing we're too terribly worried about. And that's the compass in the bombable floor room, meaning that Illus is now hoping that that small key is locked behind itself. And as Tofile in chat points out, key logic means that the small key cannot be on blind. So that's 2 spots it could be, 50-50. Whether it's locked there or the last item.
Dodge the bullet there. It's the 3rd item, so the small key is in the big chest.
Yep, and meanwhile, Rayvis is giving us some new checks. It looks like he did decide to go grab Jeremiah. Just a heart piece on the Smith as Illus heads into his blind fight, keeping it nicely on script so far.
Just more health.
Yep, but it will be another crystal. Just 20 bucks in the purple chest over there on Rayvis' side, and he's going to be fluting back to the village. Illus is heading towards Dig Game. I don't believe Rayvis did this before grabbing the smith. And just trash on the Dig Game today. Illus is proceeding to the smith chain. Not going to find anything good on the smiths or the purple chest, but we'll get some new checks on the way there in the form of Cave 45 and Stumpy. And, of course, the big question mark right now is Hype Cave in this relatively late Hammer Seed. Stumpy not going to do it for us today. Daruksharna in chat asking South Dark World or Graveyard Ledge. We've seen what Illus' choice is, and I would doubt that Rayvis would do any different, considering that he's already checked Bumper Ledge, and that's the hammer in Cave 45.
Yeah, that takes a lot of the troll out of the equation now, because that fully knocks out Aga 1, logically, and gives them access to a new slew of locations, which includes Pod, Death Mountain.
Yep, we wouldn't mind boots for some quicker traversal, but other than that, we've got full Dark World access, flute, mirror, all the things that make routing just a little bit nicer.
Mm-hmm. As you see, a 1 out of 10 hype cave if you like the bug net. But other than that, a lot of garbage.
Yep. Yeah, with that hammer opening things up a little more, East Dark World, or East Death Mountain, rather, is the first place my mind goes. But let's see what Illus does with it. Yeah, sure enough, he is doing a little mountain climbing here. This is going to give him Paradox Cave, Super Bunny Cave, and some knowledge about what he will need to open up Turtle Rock.
does have access to Floating Island as well, so that's always nice.
Yep, and with that cape, he can end his mountain climb on Spike Cave, should he so choose. Meanwhile, Rayvis, following those same footsteps but trailing a little behind, finishes out his blind fight, heading into Dig Game, and we'll see where he goes from there, but I'd be surprised if it didn't include Cave 45 and the hammer.
And there's our third sword on Floating Island, so definitely be picking that up.
Absolutely, unless on the off chance the other sword is somewhere like here in Spiral Cave.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
It would be. But yeah, that upgrade from Master to Tempered is huge, and especially with so much of this game left to play. Illus rather showing us why having the mirror makes this East Death Mountain routing just so much more convenient. Well, there's that Tempered sword.
Yeah.
So that sword that we saw on the floating island is going to convert itself into, I believe, a 5 rupee piece in this mode. But regardless, we won't be getting that. We did also find the bow here in Paradox Cave.
Yeah, that's a more important find there, for sure. It gives him access to beat both Pod and Eastern, which is very nice. With that, we are only left to find basically Hookshot and Flippers, I believe. If we don't need Bombos.
And Red Cane, yeah. So 3 items from Go Mode, potentially 4. But we'll find out whether that Bombos will be required shortly. Or maybe not. Illus saving and quitting out rather than checking the Turtle Rock entrance requirement.
Yeah, that had to have been a mistake. Having checked everything except Hookshot Cave, I'm not sure if that was the intended decision.
Yeah, I mean, it saves you a couple of screen transitions, but the amount of time it saves you versus that's a bit of a gamble when you're for a 2/3 chance of being okay.
Yeah.
It's the sort of corner that it makes a lot of sense to cut in a one-on-one race, especially if maybe you're feeling a little behind. In a big qualifier, I think it's an iffier choice, and it will not punish him, though, as Rayvis is showing us it's going to be Quake to get into Turtle Rock today.
Yep, our only medallion needed.
And hindsight being 2020, I kind of like the way Rayvis routed this, where he went ahead and used the Turtle Rock portal, checked that first.
Mm-hmm.
So, saving himself the walk out of Super Bunny Cave if he had routed things like Illus did.
Yeah. And more likely, more of a chance to do Spike Cave afterwards. Leaving that portal up top.
Yeah, that's true. I don't hate leaving Spike Cave behind when you just got the ability to knock out 2 crystal dungeons.
Right.
And especially with the mirror, you can get back to it easily. If you find the book, you can route it in with the tablet. But Illus knew all that. Rayvis has just found it out.
To 11 hearts already.
Ooh, Rayvis with a bit of a fat finger issue there. Misses the mirror glitch and blocks off his access to one of the Super Bunny chests. He's going to have to double back for it. All that for a Fisher-Price shield. Rayvis is going to follow Illus' footsteps into Pod Eastern area. Not a whole lot of divergence in the last, I don't know, half hour or so of this seed. It's largely been Rayvis following roughly half a dungeon behind Illus at any given time.
As far as standard routing seeds, it's been pretty linear so far.
Yeah, there are certainly different moves you could have made, but it's been pretty obvious where the odds-on play has been at any given time. Not much value here to speak of in Pod yet, but it is one of those dungeons that tends to be small key heavy at the outset, so let's see what the Dark Maze holds for us. And as Chad is wont to do, pointing out locations that could be a little bit orphaned, that might be hiding progression. Hammer Pegs is a little bit isolated, although you could hope to find powder to route a batter check in with it at least.
Indeed.
But that's a spot that just feels bad to do without the boots. You want me to walk to all these pegs before I bonk them? No progression to speak of here in Pod, just the... I have not been counting items. I'm not sure if there's a check on Helmasaur, but it's a crystal. We're going to see it anyway. In answer to Chet, Rayvis did check Bumper Ledge. It was nothing. Illus has not, so that might be something that draws him towards North Dark World. Can route that in with Graveyard Ledge and potentially a Kern jump to Catfish from there.
I believe there's one item left in Eastern.
Yep.
have Spike Cave.
Yeah, Spike Cave would certainly be a rough spot to find progression at this point. I don't believe we've seen a pyramid check from either of our runners yet either. Oh, but there's the flippers on Helmasaur.
That makes things a little bit more interesting, because that puts our fire out in logic, and it opens up Pendant Ice Palace.
Yeah, Pendant Ice would be the density play at this point, but Pendant Ice always feels bad, and especially without that red cane.
Exactly.
But we've still got one more item in Eastern Palace before we have to make that decision.
Right.
And of course, with no red cane or hookshot, the key logic in Ice Palace starts to be a big concern. That does also open up Hookless Swamp, which is another feels bad play.
Yeah. Looks like our big key in Eastern is vanilla, so we'll have to go all the way around.
In answer to chat, Hookless Swamp is potentially up to 4 checks, but it all depends on where the map and compass are hiding. It could be as few as 2. The advantage to the Ice Palace play there is that the Pengator room is right there at the entrance. You can hope that your progression is right there, and you can just peace out. Of course, it's not that much worse in Swamp getting to that first check, so it's a bit of a toss-up. North Dark World to Catfish wouldn't be a terrible play, or Pyramid to Catfish would be another option, but there you're really hoping for the hook shot before you make that place that you can pop over to Graveyard Ledge. You're isolating that check pretty hard if you leave it behind there. But then at this point, no matter which way you get to Catfish, you're isolating something really hard, because if you go North Dark World to Catfish, when are you getting back to Pyramid?
Right.
Perfect scripted Armos fight from Illus there. Nice quick kill, beautiful. Just a heart container for his troubles, though, so he's going to have some interesting decisions coming up here. Fluting to 4.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like it's going to be Ice Palace.
I don't know yet. Well, might be. No. Oh, Illus hasn't done Hobo. Okay.
Ah, yeah, this makes a lot of sense.
Because I was confused. Because if Illus was going straight to ice, probably would have fluted to the bottom right corner.
Yeah, very true. But yeah, there's never going to be a better time to do this, and we know it's not going to save him, but if there's any way you can avoid Pendant Ice or Hookless Swamp, you do it.
Yeah. It could give some incentive to route North Dark World into the Catfish, because that turn-in would be on the way, but go ahead to turn it in right now.
Yep, and having already paid the entrance fee to Pod and paid Zora, taking the opportunity to fill up a bottle. If Ice Palace is his next move, some safety, and especially magic safety, is not a bad thing to have there.
Right. For sure. Looks like the play is to maybe do hammer pegs here.
Yeah, these are some pretty good safe hedging your bets plays.
Yeah.
Just knock out some of those orphans that don't take that long to get to before.
Yeah, and it routes perfectly to Ice Palace too, so yeah, it's a good qualifier routing decision here. Well, decides not to do hammer pegs. It's to head up north.
That feels slightly iffy to me. I like the bumper ledge check into Graveyard Ledge, but
yeah, leaving behind the hammer pegs is sort of right when you're there.
Yeah, and unless you luck into a powder, when are you going to get back there? You're not.
No. But this could pay off, so we'll just have to see.
Yep, that is the beautiful thing about Rando. Graveyard Ledge is not going to be the answer. Let's see if Illus continues on to Catfish or flutes out from here. And it looks like Catfish is on the menu. Meanwhile, Rayvis has opted to beeline straight for Ice Palace. This could be his chance to take the lead back between our two restreamed runners, back from Illus after trailing him for most of this seed.
Yeah, it'd really be interesting to see what's in here, because I know probably a lot of runners would shy away from doing ice without the cane, but it's too much of a big alert to just put it off when it's been open. Well, not logically open, but definitely a popular play.
Yep, Catfish isn't going to save us either, so it's looking more and more like Rayvis has the right idea.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is definitely a situation where you're left with a lot of bad options, and I don't think there are really any wrong moves to make here. You just choose your play and commit to it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to see some of that good old school tech. The Ice Palace bomb jump. I had to learn it, so do the rest of you. Icebreaker is great, but it can't save your butt every day. At the very least, that early small key makes the non-icebreaker routing a little cleaner here. Can go ahead and grab the hammer-locked stuff early.
Yeah. Oh, there's that powder. So...
Yep, that could pull Rayvis back to hammer pegs.
Or Illus, yeah, but definitely...
Yeah, both of them, since Illus has, in fact,
both of them use their mushrooms and stuff, so... Neither have checked hammer pegs.
Yep, and that fake powder play with the mushroom is not going to be on the table without the red cane.
Right.
Just a big 20 there in Iced Tea Room. One item remaining in this dungeon. And that last item is indeed going to be on Cold Stare.
Oh, joy. Does Rayvis have enough magic? Yep. We'll have enough magic, just can't miss a fire rod shot.
Fortunately, it's a pretty big target.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm going to assume that Tophile in chat knows his Ice Palace key logic better than I do. Going to take his word when he says that items could be on Cold Stare.
Yeah, that early small key, I think, opened up right side logic.
Bit of a rough Cold Stare fight on Rayvis fight, but he gets through it. Just a piece of heart.
Wow, okay, so we're down to Spike Cave or Hammer Pegs.
Yep, or batter. That powder could come in clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really now hoping the powder has something.
Yep. Oh, yep. As chat points out, Hookless Swamp. It's right there.
Oh gosh. You just can't get through these seeds without some kind of fun.
Yep. Well, we were talking about the Pendant Ice versus Hookless Swamp choice a little earlier, and I suppose the big advantage to Hookless Swamp is that it is all guaranteed to be in logic, but that wound up being a non-issue here today.
In fact, Rayvis just going to do powder. Not going to do both checks here.
Yeah, he's committing to that Ice Palace play. Really wants it to pay out. No! Ice Palace is a bust!
Oh my goodness!
Ooh, that's rough.
Ouch. Well, we don't know yet. Head could still have Hookshot. That's their only hope here. If they find the boot somewhere, that would open up Head logically. And, well, they'd have to find Kane, too.
Yep, which is why of our two items that we need for Go Mode, Hookshot's the only thing that could be on Ped at this point.
Yeah. And we see Rayvis. He's doing it. Doing the thing.
Yep, This is the density play. I like it. I mean, I don't like it because it's horrible, but I approve. I appreciate that it's the smart play. It just feels bad.
Here's Illus. Gonna do hammer pegs this time. Along with the powder.
Yep, that's going to be a real feels bad moment for Rayvis if that hammer pegs winds up being the answer. Going to be a big feels bad moment for Illus too, having left it behind earlier to do North Dark World.
Yeah.
Moment of truth. Ooh, that's the hook shot and hammer pegs.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh. That feels bad for Rayvis here. But,
Yep.
wow, second straight qualifier seed. That's awful. Oh my. So yeah, that'll open up Swamp, Pyramid Fairy, Hookshot Cave, opens up Mire as well. So plenty spots now where this Go Mode Cane could be.
Yep. Illus letting loose with the frustration slashes. If only.
Yep.
But it's going to be even worse for Rayvis. There is not much that feels worse than doing this long, slow, you can't even dive her down.
No.
And then having to leave and come back and go through all the screen transitioning involved in just getting into Swamp Palace.
Yeah, one of the worst feelings ever. For sure.
Rayvis is going to give us a look at left side swamp here. We'll see whether we see it from Illus or not, but certainly not before we see the back side of swamp.
Yeah, one item from Go Mode, you might see Illus skip left side here. Especially doing Ice Palace for nothing.
Yeah, at some point you got to make some skips. I know we like to talk about playing conservative in a qualifier, but there are limits.
Yeah. Especially when you're, when item you're looking for is just in an overworld spot.
That was Blue Cane in the left side of swamp.
Wrong cane game.
And a piece of heart in the other one.
Ugh.
That was about Rayvis only out. If that wound up being the Go Mode Red Cane, it still feels bad, but at least you can think, well, other guy comes in here with Hookshot and maybe he skips left side altogether. Not today.
Yeah. Looks like Rayvis is gonna go north to do Pyramid and Catfish. Well, thought about it. See where he goes.
Rayvis is going to have a... Well, he could have done...
He's not happy.
But yeah, he was... He's poking his head into the bomb hut, but he's...
Yeah, you gotta beat Swamp first, buddy.
Yep.
I don't know.
Rayvis is doing a map check here. He seems a little out of sorts. Like maybe he might not have a clear idea of what he has left. He is going to head into Pyramid, which is a check that we haven't seen yet. Could still pay out for him.
It's 300 rupees.
Illus missing that zero cycle in the first phase, but cleaning up that last phase of the Argus fight nicely. Grabbing a crystal, and now the big question is, where is that red cane going to be hiding? And does he re-enter Swamp for the left side?
Looks like gonna go ahead and check left side.
Rayvis is fluting back to 3. Let's see if he's going to check the hammer pegs here.
I think all he has left is hammer pegs from the Graveyard Ledge, I think. I don't know if he's checked that. Or did he?
Yeah, no, I'm not sure either.
But I would expect him to check hammer pegs here first. Yep. Gonna find out the unfortunate news. Us will be disappointed to be getting the wrong cane here. But now have to decide where to go next.
Yep, the ideal situation would be to just beeline Hookshot Cave and find the key to the Turtle Rock door under the mat, so to speak. But it looks like Illus is heading towards Pyramid Ferry, and he hasn't checked Pyramid yet either, so this is certainly the odds-on play here.
Yep, best time to get it.
Of course, chat's always quick to point out those hard-orphaned locations. We have not seen Spike Cave yet.
See the $300, and we will see what's in here. Oh wow, it's here.
There it is.
Interesting. Wow. So no really big trolls except for that hookshot.
Yeah, that's gonna be the big deciding factor in these qualifiers is
Man.
who went back to hammer pegs before doing things like ice or hookless swamp.
I don't want to jinx it because there's a 1 in 22 chance we might not be in go mode yet, but
Yep.
most likely we're heading that direction.
Yep, something tells me that this is going to be one of those quals where we see some pretty swingy times.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
Nice Argus kill on Rayvis' side there. I'd be surprised not to see him head up to Pyramid Fairy for his go mode red cane now, but we'll see. Uh-oh, he is getting out the mirror.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, I can see where he's coming right now. Just hoping to get lucky that some find a check some others might pass on, hoping to get caught back up that way, but it's just gonna put him more in a hole.
Yeah, the way these qualifiers work is that your top and bottom score get dropped, so this might be one of those Hail Mary, well, if I gamble bad, I'll just consider this one my drop.
Right.
It occurs to me that I don't believe Illus ever checked the Turtle Rock entrance requirement, so that might have had something to do with his decision to be a little more thorough before climbing the mountain on the off chance it was Bombos and he needed 2 items, not just 1. Rayvis is not happy with the contents of Hookshot Cave. He's going to clean up Spiral Cave, which he orphaned earlier. Meanwhile, I missed what Illus has been pulling from Turtle Rock, but it apparently includes the big key, because he is going to go ahead and steal the key and leave behind Lava Chest. And he's going to go ahead and get Big Chest. My understanding is that in this situation with one small key, there's, I believe, a 96% chance that you're safe to skip this, but Illus isn't gambling on that 4%. And hey, there's another small key.
Small key, so...
Yep.
Better safe than sorry.
Yep, and that means he's going to be able to go ahead and skip Laser Bridge, which will pretty much save him the time that he spent doing that, even if there would have been a key there and he would have been safe anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Rayvis has identified what he needs to do to progress here, taking that big red bomb where it goes.
Do a quick fight here with Trinex. No boots for quick strats, but with Tempered Sword, it's still a very fast fight.
Yep, that Ice Head does manage to get the slippy slidey floor out there, but it's not going to save him. Very nice final phase there. Illus is about to collect his 7th crystal and move on to the final stage of the game. Ganon's Tower and 22 spots where the big key could be located. Personally, I always bet 2. I like to see that. Just Hope Room, small key, big key. Let's make it quick and easy. Let's get this over with.
Right. I've seen a lot lately, though. Big key's been a pretty long dig through GT. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and go right side first. Small key going right side.
Yep, this is what's typically considered the meta route here. Hope Room first. If you get the small key, go right. Although in these quals, we have seen some increasing popularity of the Stalfos Room first, right from there strat.
Yeah, just to probably guarantee yourself at least getting a small key so you can do right side early.
Yeah, that's definitely the slightly less optimal but safer strat. Might cost you a little time, but it's not going to cost you a lot. And hey, full right paying out.
And we are in go mode. So not a troll left in the sea.
Illus making short work of the mimics as he heads into the gauntlet.
Be interesting to see the times too. This is the full bootless seed. So.
Yep. Plenty of places those boots could be hiding. All of left side GT. They could be sitting in mire for all we know.
Yeah. Could be vanilla like they were last time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
With tempered sword to work with, the only safety that would make much of a difference would be silvers if they happen to be on the few checks between Illus and Ganon at this point.
Yeah. It's a sideways shot, but otherwise has a nice Lambo fight here.
Looks like Illus took the gamble that big chest small key will not be required. Not much of a gamble, although Laser Bridge is not looking friendly to him right now.
There's the silvers. Wow. Okay. Wow. He got. Oh my goodness.
Oof.
Oh, just salt in the wound for Rayvis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
my goodness.
that's terrible. Like I said, 96% chance that play doesn't bite you, but 4% of the time, it bites you every time.
Right when you don't want it to happen.
Illus coming right up to the edge of his magic management, had exactly one fire rod shot left, but got through the torch rooms. Illus isn't going too far out of his way to hope for silvers, which is just as well since we know he's not going to get them.
And a nice burrito for the ride home. Decent lineup here for the Agatha 2 fight. We get a triple right off the bat, I believe. Oh, blue ball.
That'll be 4 shots to the dome, 2 more to go.
There it is.
There it is.
That's where you wanted it. Time to cook some bacon.
Yep, 12 hits per cycle, including those 12 silverless spins with the tempered sword to close this fight out. Illus getting his trident spin to start things off on the right foot. Just wading in, tanking those fire bat hits. Needs to be a little careful now.
Yeah, good too, sorry.
But I believe Illus still has enough health to tank anything but a Ganon hug, which is pretty unlikely from this point on.
Lazy Ganon today with 0 teleports, which is always nice.
Yep.
He's like, just end me already. Nice triple setup there. And not cooperating that time. Get it this time.
In answer to a question in chat, the tournament will have the same mode as the qualifiers, in addition to 4 other modes. There will be a key sanity mode, an inverted key sanity mode, a map and compass shuffle, boss shuffle mode. I believe the last mode is Ambrosia.
GG to Illus. Get your GGs in the chat for Illus. He will finish in the race with a race time of... There's so many people I can't see. Finished 34th with a time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 17 seconds. So GG's to Illus. Our top 5 this race are Arira with a time of 1:22. Andy came in 2nd place with a time of hour 25. 2C was 3rd with an hour 26. Matt 7898 had a 1:27, and Penny Royal rounds out the top 5 in our par score with a 29:11. So GG's to those top 5 runners, and welcome Illus into the booth. GG's.
GG.
You didn't play last night's race, I think, right?
Yeah, this was my first qualifier.
Okay, that's what I thought, but yeah, that hook shot. It burned a lot of people last night, and burned a lot of people today.
That hook shot didn't exactly play into my hands. It was nice that I avoided Eastern Palace, so that I ended up sequence breaking fire red and that I could do a lot of stuff. But in the end, that hook negated quite a bit. At least I was somewhat efficient. I knew I wasn't gonna win this qualifier like that, but I knew I was gonna get it somewhat decent before.
Yeah, this seed wasn't too trolly, so you probably expect some outlying good scores on this one, but all in all, not too bad finish. And yeah, like Rayvis did, you went straight right here in GT, made up a little bit of time. Getting a big healer. But what are your other thoughts on the seed?
I mean, it was not bad overall. As you said, it wasn't too trolly. Just the fact that the hammer placement and the hammer packs having that hook were a little bit nasty. I thought after I found the hook that it was not a bad play to just go back to hammer packs after that and then flute and deliver that purple chest and then check hype gift from that entrance, the Darkward entrance near Link's house. But yeah, that's a bit of hindsight, but also it wasn't a bad route at all.
Yeah, there's no wrong route there, but just unfortunate random gets you there sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not afraid to the dungeons, which, you know, at some races costs me a little bit of time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I figured since it's a qualifier, you know, just be efficient. And,
exactly. Yeah, we're praising you for your overriding you did, because it was pretty efficient to get all the checks in.
Yeah, I thought so too. Though, you know, I haven't done big races in a while, and it felt kind of weird having this 34th place, losing to so many people, basically. But that's how big races are, I guess.
Yeah, you just have to go with your how you compare it to the top average time, really. I'm thinking like all the extra stuff you did really wasn't too involved. Rayvis just getting through the gauntlet here. He unfortunately hard last location, that Hookshot.
Yeah, Rayvis is definitely more similar to me, in which he would just go for the place that he feels alright, and would just end up orphaning stuff. That's very inconvenient.
Yeah,
So I'm not very surprised.
Yeah, he also dip swamp without the Hookshot.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Then again, I think he played last night. He's like, you really can't put Hookshot there again, can you? Just how random gets you, I guess.
Rayvis getting a bit of an unlucky smack by that bunny beam heading into his Moldorm 2 fight here.
Oh, and it was a good thing you might have caught it since you were on the stream delay, but the play you made in Turtle Rock to check the big chest was good, because the other small key was in the lava chest.
I think I barely got it after I finished, so yeah. I saw that and I thought, ooh, that's fortunate. As I said, that's also the qualifier thing. I would sometimes do that. Go for that big key door immediately, but since I would rather avoid risk in a seat like this or a qualifier like this, just go for that big chest.
Yeah. Zaga 2 for Rayvis, and let's have Ganon to defeat. Rayvis fights again here. I'd like to let you know that there will be another qualifying race tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So plenty more action this weekend in the tournament. I knew it'd be a big turnout on the since it's the weekend, but yeah, almost 150 racers in this race is pretty bonkers.
Also, given the fact that it's in EU-friendly time, so for example, people like me wouldn't try and race like the one that's in Vienna.
Yeah, for sure.
Very
and get
nice
your
Ganon
GGs
fright
in
from
the chat. Yeah, very nice
indeed.
Ganon fright.
with the double to clear him out there.
GG's Rayvis. Finishing
Great.
with a time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 55 seconds. He finished.
Looks like Rayvis coming in 77 out of the 111 that have currently finished.
Yeah, big turnout today.
And we are joined by Rayvis here in the commentating booth. GG, sir.
GG's, guys. GG's, Illus.
GG, Ray.
So, were you in the mindset that the Hookshot was here last night? It's certainly going to be there again tonight.
Yep, exactly.
That's what I thought. I was
After
like,
the last two seats, which had back-to-back mimic clipping for me, no way.
oh,
I don't know.
gosh.
Like, I made every single decision was wrong in this seat. Literally every single decision. Even Houlihan was wrong. Suddenly we have like 300 drops and stuff. Yesterday, I struggled with my money. And I don't know. I simply made every single call wrong here.
Oh, that sucks. But, yeah. Total opposite.
I was about to dip Meyer, but luckily Eri was already done, so it was clear it's not Meyer.
Yeah, when Eri is done, you know it's in the overworld, right?
Well, at least it's not in. He had never a reason to go to Meyer that early. Whatever happened, specifically when I was in Turtle Rock and saw the key missing, it's like, okay, yeah, it's obvious. I mean, I was in go mode at that time, obviously, but when I look back at the seat, it was more like, I don't know, everything I made was wrong, literally everything.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. You have that kind of playstyle, right? Where
No,
it's sometimes you just decide things like things for yourself, and you want to just keep at it and say, Ammo packs is nothing, for example.
I had nothing in that area. I had nothing. I did Thieves done immediately, completely. I had nothing in that area.
Yeah, I came back for it after I found Powder and Ice Palace.
I was thinking about that, but no. I mean, it's I don't know.
It's
you can
very
do that,
unfortunate,
but
at least.
it's and then the cane behind that, even going for Hookshot Cave instead of Red Bomb, which in my mind I knew it was wrong, but I don't know.
And that feels bad.
Yeah, there's just no way to make a different decision to catch up at all. It was just
I mean,
the set path.
I assume most people who finished early didn't finish Thieves down and did Hammer Packs just after Thieves, got Hookshot, and get their bow in the mountain, get the flippers, go Swamp, and then do Red really after that.
That makes sense. Yeah, I also finished Thieves down immediately, so it took me some time to come back for it.
And yeah, Hookshot twice in the same position it's hilarious.
I haven't watched the last qualifier, so I didn't know about that.
Well,
interesting.
Good thing you didn't.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Fun thing that Quake was in Link's house then this time.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no medallion hunting today.
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple of mistakes here and there. Biggest one probably be fall in the middle hall of Moldom, which is insane considering he hit me from down right while I was holding my sword to the left, and he bounced. He didn't hit me. He blocked me for some reason. I didn't know that it was even possible. And then I don't know. I just fell.
Some nice programming tidbits you learn, I guess.
Yeah, I just wish we don't get the stupid mid Starkworld access all the time. Like that was, I think, the third of the fourth of fifth, 5. I don't know, but it's so stupid unless you get the hammer literally in village. and I don't know. I think these seats are pretty bad for qualifier because, like you see, you can't go back to village unless you go all the time into the same portal. And at some point you think, okay, this is turning into some stupid thing here. I can't go all the time here. I was here in this area like 3 or 4 times. I can't go again here, and then it's there. So yeah.
Yeah, it's not good routing to just come back over and over for singular tracks.
Exactly. I mean, we had the fire rod flipper slot, so it made sense to go into ice in general. And then the key layout was perfect for both items to be in ice, actually. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too when I was in Ice Palace. Like, both of them could be inside, right? That was very interesting to me.
I mean, it's okay. You can have one not that strong qualifier, right? So hopefully the last one I'm gonna play is gonna be a little bit better.
You've won one qualifier by a lot, so
yeah. Also... But to be fair, in my last 2 qualifiers, I was only lucky because everyone else finished late as well. So I full cleared 3 seats basically in a row, which didn't feel good. 2 times in a row, no boots, is very, very much fun. So
yeah.
Not even Hookshot to make some movement at least or something. No,
I basically full cleared this until go mode as well. I just didn't do like Hookshot Cave or something, but yeah, I preferred Big Bomb over Hookshot Cave.
I mean, it's the correct decision, right? So I had only a couple of spots left for Hookshot Arcane, and then I dip Swamp immediately, and it's nothing as well again. And then I find the Hookshot again immediately after Swamp, so it's fun. 2 times in a row. Immediately the first check after a Swamp dip is the Hookshot.
Rude game. Yeah,
I almost went through to pod actually, because I thought, do we have to go without a bow again to pod? Do we have to do that again? Then we find the hammer, and it's like, the mountain is completely open.
It feels like it's more likely necessary with these kinds of settings that we have to go to pod without the bow, but not today. Lucky for me, because I hate going to pod.
Yeah, I mean there was no reason to do that, right, with that hammer location, unless you go current jump early and then just do it and commit to the play.
Yeah, that's exactly. Fine.
Well, thank you guys for racing here, being on Restream. Any last thoughts you have about the seed or the tournament?
Well, I was gonna say thank you for restreaming us, especially since, it was my first qualifier of this main tournament, and it was nice getting restream like immediately. Really cool. Also, putting me next to Rayvis is nice because I like Rayvis a lot.
Also,
and a bit of a rivalry.
And well, I'm not the biggest fan of some of these modes or settings, but I'm still, gonna enjoy this tournament and do my best, and hopefully get some more good results.
Yeah, GG's, and also thank you for having me, I guess, as well. Thank you to you guys for commentating, restreaming, and tracking, and always thank you to chat, obviously, and GG's to the other runners.
GG's. Good luck the rest of the tournament. Do you have anything to say to the runners here, Ben?
Yeah, just GG's to both of our restreamed runners, as well as to our restreamed runners over on the ALTTPR Randomizer channel, and all of our runners here today. And everybody at home, stay tuned. As Killer App mentioned, we've got another qualifier tomorrow at Sunday at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time, as well as throughout the rest of the week, starting on Tuesday. So, see you there.
Yep. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.